I'm Danni Danger, and my concept of time and space is way off! Hello interwebs, this is Danni Danger, and thanks for joining us. This episode, we're going to talk a little bit about the project and what we're doing, but first, we're going to introduce you to me. I have been reading comic books for about 5 years now. 2 of those years I've spent in this comic book shop. I've done a little bit of everything from cashiering to promotional cosplay, but my very favorite thing to do is to recommend comics, particularly to people who have never read a comic book before and don't know that they're fans yet. The very first comic book that I read was Brian K. Vaughan's Y: The Last Man, which is a dystopic tale about a young man and his pet monkey who are the only survivors of a catastrophic event that sweeps across Earth, killing all the males of every species and leaving only females behind. For those of you who have already read this series, you can totally understand why a new comic book reader would have their minds totally blown by this story, and it absolutely deserves its own episode here very soon. Van Damme. That didn't work. I love strong female characters in comics, and more of them are shoving their way onto bigger splash panels, issue after issue. For those of you Walking Dead heads, Michonne is about to make her first full appearance in the TV series, and on a scale from 1 to badass, she's about an 18.5. Her and other female leads like Jean Grey, Zatanna, Buffy, Adam Eve, and Kinsey Locke are kicking ass and taking names for girls everywhere, and a lot of times they're wearing really cute shoes when they do it. Oh, and there's probably one other thing you should know about me. I am obsessed with Wonder Woman. I'm also an artist. I love to paint and draw, and I'll decoupage anything that you don't nail to the floor. In the past, I've also done pinup modeling, which I love, and it heavily inspires some of the cosplay work that I've done. In the 8th grade, some girlfriends and I got really tired of our teachers being able to read the notes we were passing to each other in class, so we learned to read and write Elvish. And I was such a huge Harry Potter fan that I had to have a wand made so that I can stop throwing my chopsticks all around the house every time something cool happened in the movie or the books. And last but not least, you should also know that every night, right before I go to bed, I get down on my knees and I pray that the next day I wake up in the Whedonverse. I've always liked to talk nerdy to, like talking nerdy to you. Well, boys and girls, that's me. Make sure to keep checking with us so we can talk to you more about new releases, trade paperbacks, and back issues. Another special thanks goes out to Austin Books and Comics for letting us film in their store and toss their plush dolls around. Guys, don't forget to subscribe and like and share us with your friends, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Danni Danger. We'll see you in the back issues. You know what I want is a Japanese game show on Mars. Can we go ahead and own that idea? What is a back issue? Back issues are comic books that have been released in single issue form that are a little bit older. One of my favorite comics, Y: The Last Man, I bought entirely in trade because it's several issues long, and starting from the very beginning and purchasing single issues can get really pricey.